Okay. Now listen. First of all, snake trying. As I asked you one important question, that why and what you feel whenever you see a snake. Most of you said that I get scared and you would like to run away, obviously. And some of you obviously will feel that let's go and kill it. But no, that's not correct. Because most of us think of snakes as fearsome symbols of death. But the snake in this poem is itself a victim. Even if you think that a snake is going to kill you, but not all the time. I told you that only in two circumstances, any animal, any insect, anything will kill you or bite you. Either he is scared of you or he is hungry. Now, but still we humans, we try to kill them, harm them. So this poem is all about that, because we always feel a snake is troublesome and a snake will kill us, harm us. But no, you will see in this poem that how a snake itself is a victim. Basically, wildlife is a precious gift from God for this planet. We all know that. And you know, the term fauna is not only for wild animals, but also for all non-domesticated life forms like birds, insects, plants, fungi, and even, you know, the microscopic organisms. To maintain a healthy ecological balance on this land, animals, plants, even the marine species are as important as humans. Every organism on this earth has a unique place in the food chain. We all know about it. That contributes, you know, basically to ecosystem in its own way. They too have their own contribution. But you know, unfortunately, today many animals and birds are endangered. Many of them have been extincted and many of them at the verge of extinction. Now, natural habitats of animals and plants, sorry, are destroyed for land development and agriculture by humans, poaching, hunting, and you know, for the silly reasons, for jewelry, for meat, for even, you know, dresses, fur, you would have known, leather. They are the more, I'm so sorry, I don't know what is the problem. Even if I have connected with Geo. Okay. So what I was telling you, I think now my voice is audible again. Raise your hands, children, so that I will get a
Yes, ma'am.
confirmation. Okay, okay. So as I was telling you, that for the silly reasons, for the petty things like, you know, for jewelry, meat, leather, we are killing them. Now, but you know, if soon no rigorous measures are taken to save the fauna, the day is not far when we will find that this planet will be extincted by all the important species. And you know, they too have the equal right. We are not only the owner of this earth, they too have equal right to share this earth. And you know what will happen? There will be ecological imbalance. So the ecosystem is entirely based on the relationship between different organisms linked by food webs, or maybe you can say food chains. You know, even if a single wild species dies out of this ecosystem, you know, it can disrupt the entire food chain. And you know what will happen? The result will be disastrous. For example, I will just quote one example like bee. You all know it's a very simple insect that is vital for the growth of some crops because of their pollen transport roles. You know it. If bees are reduced in number, the growth of food crops would
Yes,
decrease
ma'am.
significantly due to lack of pollination. So even if you might be thinking, what is the use of bees? But basically, they are also important. Similarly, if a species become larger, it may again have a negative effect on ecological balance. See the population of a country
Ma'am,
like
food
India.
chain may also be
Yes, yes, it will also be disrupted. And if there will be, you know, the kind of human beings, what we are doing nowadays, we are disrupting the entire ecosystem because we have grown our number is so much that we are creating problem for other species. So basically everyone has the right to live on this planet. So in this manner, it is very important. The human population depends largely on agriculture, crops, on plants, even, even on animals. This, protein hungry world, what we are doing, excessive fishing we are doing. We are killing different animals from where we can get protein. So basically, this is a message through this poem. The poet wants to convey this strong message to each and every one, that sometimes we all, most of the time we feel that a snake or any snake is only a symbolism. Okay, it is not only about a snake, it is about any wild animal, any reptile, any kind of species. That what we people think, that yes, we are victim, but we don't know that we are not victim. Who is basically victim? These animals are victim. So, when one minute, when Ross, his name is, see the name of the poet, W. Ross, when he wrote this poem, basically, who was he? He was a Canadian geophysicist and obviously a poet as well. And when he started writing this poem, he wanted to convey this message to the entire world. This Canadian poet and geophysicist, he wanted to convey this message to the entire world, that never ever think that you are the victim. Sometimes these animals are also victim, and they can create trouble to everyone. Sorry, humans can create trouble to them as well. Now, this entire thing is presented in a very sweet and short poem. So now please pay attention. Basically, in this poem, the poet says that a snake tries to escape from being hit by the stick held by a person who is trying to kill it. Now, the poet is also trying to say that all snakes are not harmful, but still, humans have a notion, they have an idea, they have a feeling that snakes are dangerous. And if whenever they see a snake, without even thinking, they try to kill them. As soon as you spot a snake, you try to kill them. He tells us, the poet, that how a harmless green, colored snake, here you will see the green colored snake, tries to hide behind the green bushes in order to save itself. So see how poor, you means helpless, the snake is presented in this poem. Okay, how
Yes,
helpless
ma'am.
he is. Now see, the snake trying, that means the snake is trying from what? To escape the pursuing stick. Okay, sorry, once again there was the poor connectivity.
From chat.
Okay. So screen visible now? So the snake is trying. Sorry, screen visible? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So the snake is trying to escape the pursuing stick. Pursuing means chasing. Someone is holding a stick. Obviously, stick is not magical that it is moving in the air. Some human is holding a stick, and he is running and chasing the snake with sudden curvings of thin long body. How beautiful and graceful are his shapes. If you see a snake, I think we all have seen a lot of snakes. We have seen snakes on TV, and yes, they are actually very beautiful. Very scary, I agree that they are scary, but they are beautiful equally. Hmm? Okay. Okay, Vansta, doesn't matter. I will. So, and what happens for the snake? When the poem starts, the snake is trying to escape from being hit by the stick which is being held by some human, and that stick which is following it. But as the snake crawls, its body twists and turns, forming fascinating shapes. And that's why he says with sudden curvings of thin long body, and you would have seen that how they change the shape and how they look fascinating, curving, twisting the body. Now, poet is baffled, poet is charmed, poet is happy to see the beautiful snake. And that's why, what is he saying? How beautiful and graceful. Yes, gracefully. You know, gracefully. The snake is moving ahead. So he is saying that, look, how beautiful and graceful are his shapes. And he glides through the water away from the stroke. Oh, let him go over the water into the reeds to hide without hurt. Now, Poe is it feeling so familiar? He is so compassionate. He is feeling a little, kind of affinity with the snake. So he says that the snake moves through the water in order to save itself. He is gliding, moving very swiftly on the surface of the water, and he's trying to move away from the stroke because he's scared of that stick. He's scared because someone is carrying that stick in order to hit him, kill him. So then the poet is urging, requesting, pleading to humans, oh, let him go over the water. Where? Into the reeds. Reeds, water or marshy plants, okay, to hide without hurt. So he's requesting, come on, leave him. I don't want to hit him. So poet is pleading, come on, let it escape and hide behind the thick marshy plants because it is harmless. And specifically, the small and green, he is harmless even to children. And once again, he's trying to clarify to those people, to that person who is holding a stick, and to other human being also, that the small green colored snake is harmless even to children. So why you are creating trouble to them? Please let him go, let him hide, let him run away. And then again, poet says, along the sand he lay until observed and chased away. And now he vanishes in the ripples among the green slim reeds. Now, what happens? Generally, if you are not harming any snake, snake will also not harm you. And what it is doing? It is spotted where? Laying on the sand until observed, till that moment that people or human have observed it. And the moment human observed it, they chase away, they kill away, they, try to remove it away. So he is actually laying on the sand without being observed. Then but the moment it is observed, it is chased away because it is also scared of his life. He wants to save his life. So in order to save itself, the snake disappears in the ripples of water and hides in the, green bushes of marshy plants. So basically what you are doing, you are making him run away from, from the place where he is actually getting all the relaxation. We are creating trouble to them. We humans, we are always trying to present, we feel that the snake is going to harm us. On the contrary, we are harming them. We are disrupting their, peace. We are trying to scare them. They are not scaring us. We are trying to scare them in order to show our supremacy. Sorry. So in order to show our supremacy, what we are doing? We are killing them, either chasing them. We are taking their peaceful, they are very happy and they did not want to disturb us until they are scared. But what we are doing? We are trying to create problem for them. So basically that is the message the poet wants to convey, that please don't disturb them. They are not all the time symbol of death. They too have the equal right to live and share and to survive on this planet. Because when God made this planet, or it is not only for humans, it is equally for them as well. So why you are trying to create problem for them? So that is the basic thing the poet wants to give a strong message to us. And so once again, I'm repeating some lines, just pay attention, that basically this poem is about that how the poet is explaining that the snake is trying to escape from being hit by the stick, who is obviously someone is holding that hit, a person who is trying to kill it. Now, what is the reason why the person is trying to kill it? Because he feels that snake is scary, fearsome, troublesome, and maybe it is a symbol of death. There is no basic reason He is only scared. Although the snake has not harmed him because the snake is harmless. The snake who is, whichever is present in this poem, he is green, harmless to even children. But still that man wants to hate it. The poet also wants to say that all snakes are not harmful. He wanted to convey this message to entire humanity that before killing any animal, any species, just ponder, think that why you want to kill it. He also says that poet is also trying that humans always have an idea, they always have a notion, they have a feeling that snakes are dangerous, although some snakes are not dangerous, and they try to kill them as soon as they spot them. But here in this poem, a snake itself is a victim. And the moment he is actually laying very, quietly on the along the sand, but the moment Aryan, don't do anything. But the moment he saw that someone is chasing him, what does he do? Obviously, he too has the right to save his life. So that green, harmless green colored snake tries to hide himself behind the green bushes in order to save his life. So somewhere he is going away and trying to save his life. Clear? I don't think you will have any problem. Now see the rhyme scheme. You might be thinking that there is no rhyme scheme. Yes, you are right. Trying, stick, thin, beautiful, shapes, away, go, water, nothing. So this poem is written in free verse. I told you that there is also a way of writing poem and which is known as free verse, where you don't need any rhyme scheme. Then we have alliteration, the repetition of consonant sound in like harmless. So basically, and then and then we have transferred epithet. What is this? The adjective used with a noun refers to a noun other than the one with which it is used. Like pursuing stick. Pursuing means refers to a person who is holding the stick and not the stick itself. So pursuing stick is transferred epithet, where the adjective which is used with a noun. Basically, where I told you that a stick will not move on its own in the air. So someone has to hold the stick. And who is holding a stick? Obviously, a human. So that is why it is pursuing is referring to a person, a human who is holding this stick. So that is why it is transferred epithet. Okay. Now he is harmless. That is alliteration. Now any problem? If you have any problem, then we can discuss. Otherwise, I think the poem, the strong message of the poem is clear. What do you say? If you have any query, you can ask me. If you have any problem or question answer. So basically, again, I would like to repeat that in this poem, a harmless green colored snake tries to save itself from being hit by a person who is chasing it with a stick to kill it. The poet says that the snake is harmless even to children. People fear snakes, and when they see one, they try to kill it with a stick. The snake is trying to save itself and hiding behind the green colored bushes of marshy plants, which is in the water, growing in the water. It hides in the ripples of the water body in order to save itself. The snake disappears behind the marshy plants. So basically, the poet wants to convey this strong message to each and every human that each and every species are not harmful. They are equally important for the ecological balance. So before killing any animal, ponder, think, introspect. Fine. So in this manner, he wanted to save the entire planet. Okay. I don't think you will have any problem, but if you have any query, we can discuss.